everybody, Derek reporting from Calgary, Alberta. It's Wednesday, August 20th, 2014. We're here to update you guys again, as promised. We are day 2 of our ongoing saga here with the CBC News and Bryan Labby, slandering private business people doing real estate here in Calgary, Alberta. So he has been sent a letter asking to respond back to certain questions, very important, that are simply explaining his reporting. The key being the headline, which is "Man Posing as Realtor." Apparently there's people out there running around the city posing as realtors, including myself. So we're trying to get to the bottom of this. And in our efforts to understand what's happening, Mr. Bryan Labby, rather than simply answering the question and explaining himself, what he's done is he's just referred us to a guy named Sean Morman with the CBC News Legal Department. So I guess since he's now the appointed mouthpiece, what we're going to do is send a nice little email over to Mr. Sean Morman here right away. It's going to be very simple. I'll just give you guys the gist of it here. It's going to say something like this. Hi, Sean. We understand that you are now the assigned agent for Mr. Bryan Labby. And Mr. Bryan Labby, in his articles, is claiming that people such as myself are posing as realtors. So, considering a realtor is a trademark name and a contract worker within the MLS system, you will need to explain how that's possible. Okay? So, we're not only going to need the name and information of Mr. Bryan Labby's manager or supervisor, because for all we know, Bryan is just going off and doing his own thing without getting proper direction. And this guy could be a nice guy who's just maybe not understanding what Bryan is up to these days. But we're going to ask Mr. Sean Morman the most important question, and we're going to be waiting on pins and needles for his answer. And that question is this. Once again, we're asking, how can a person pose as a realtor? We need to deal with this important question first, and then we can move on. But we are going to be waiting and anticipating a response from Mr. Sean Morman of the CBC News Legal Department. And as soon as we get that, we're going to report it back to you guys. And we thank you for sticking with us. We thank you for all the support. In the last 24 hours, we've received an enormous amount of email and phone calls from other people all the way across Canada, from as far as Ontario, who are catching wind of this. And from other areas where they don't have these extortion rackets set up, like the Real Estate Council of Alberta, which is trying to prey on the people and the private sector. So anyways, we anticipate our response from Sean. We'll keep you guys in the loop, and we thank you for watching.